Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another King Floyd's Cocktail Hour on a beautiful Friday. Your host, as always, Joshua Burks. And this week, I thought it would be we just actually had some friends in here that we were trying to break down bitters. And so I thought this week would be a good way just to show you exactly kind of what bitters do in general. You might have heard me say it a million times, as though, like watching our previous streams and whatnot, that I say it's just cooking in a glass, because bitters literally just enhance, change, or alter the flavor of the cocktail you're trying to make. And it's pairing it with different flavors. So I thought today we would make a rendition of a very easy drink to make, which is the Manhattan. Okay, and with that, you got basically 3 ingredients, possibly 4. And that's going to be a bourbon or a rye, some sweet vermouth, and then usually 1 or 2 types of bitters. Traditionally, it's made just with Angostura, which is an aromatic. That's the stereotypical way to do it. Roy was the first one over here to make a cherry cacao Manhattan, which fucking knocked the socks off literally a lot of people. And so today we're going to be making a chocolate ginger Manhattan. And so with that, no one really thinks to add ginger into a Manhattan, but if you just pair it just nicely, you get a tiny little bite from the ginger, smoothness from the chocolate, paired with the sweet vermouth and a good bourbon. So before we get started on that, we're all going to take some shots. Okay. We doing that?
Yeah.
Roy?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
We have a fantastic Fernet in there.
Do we know?
I
I seem to have fantastic chilled Fernet right here as well.
How convenient.
Because they're not paying us, but we're still drinking it.
We need to ask them.
I know.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm like the best Fernet spoke. Dude, Fernet, if you sponsor us, I'll get you tattooed on me. That's a promise. I will.
It'll say you tattooed.
I get Fernet Branca.
That's
At the same time, I do want new coins too, because mine's literally falling apart. I've had it for far too long in my wallet. It never leaves. And it still gets me free shots, so thank you. All right.
I saw a bartender break one of those out just the other day
Really?
in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Dude, I'm always that one asshole that's like telling the story to someone else, whips it out, and then like an old school bartender will be like, damn it, and just pour me a shot. So here we go, boys. Solancha, no salavis.
thank you.
Skol, Saoji.
Thank you, sir.
Ching, ching.
Cheers, guys.
Here's to another
Cheers.
Friday, guys.
Salud, salud.
May California not burn for a couple more months.
Yeah.
Here's to you guys. Thanks for tuning in and joining
I
us.
know. Break my
That's the camera. That's Oscar. You're reaching for a shot. It's part of the show. Come on.
All right. So, real quick, I just want to take a little moment because we are trying something new out today. I got a new streaming software that supposedly streams to Instagram and everything like that as well. So I was wondering if one of our people here can just check the Instagram and the Facebook just to make sure that it is streaming properly. So do.
Facebook. What's that?
It's FACE.
Book.
Do you enter that on your interwebs?
On the interwebs.
Yes, and
I
that's
think it is.
you can book
Okay,
faces.
so we got Facebook streaming.
Book of Faces.
Looking.
Anything on Insta? You just go to
Floyds.
Facebook for sure.
yeah, we usually say like King Floyd's Live on the top. Ooh, it's not working? Okay, so I guess we're just doing Facebook again. I don't know why this isn't working. I watched all the videos on it. But the show must go on. So,
Indeed.
Manhattan glass. Ugh. Go ahead and put that on a chill. There we go. Slide that off to the side. Grab yourself a mixing glass. Stir Manhattans. You can shake it. It's not my personal favorite, but at the same time, there's no wrong way to make a drink. All right. We're going to be using some beautiful Eagle Rare today.
Nice.
That's going to be a solid 2-ounce pour of that.
Oh, I love your Instagram posts.
All right. Got our Antica Sweet Vermouth. Honestly, I know this stuff is expensive, guys, but it does make the cocktail. It is my favorite. It's the only thing I'll ever use. Love it. Okay, now you can traditionally do a full ounce of this. I personally don't like my Manhattan super sweet, so I do 0.75. And for Luke over here, I'm going to do a half ounce because he hates sweet.
Sweet
A bitch or
Jesus.
so.
Know your clientele, people. Know your clientele. Okay, now when putting the bitters in right here, we got the chocolate and the ginger. I, on this first one, just want a little bit of ginger. So I'm going to go ahead and overpower it with the chocolate. So use about 3 dashes of our ginger. Give it a nice little zing. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, zing.
1, 2, zing. And then, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and throw a little bit more of the chocolate in just because I want it to be a lot more smooth, a little tiny bite. So I'm going to just double it up and do 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you stir. All right, go and take your chill glass, dump that ice, strain, and pour. There we go. Last but not least, our beautiful Luxardo cherries, because once again, they're not paying us, but we're still going to use them because they're the fucking best. Harpoon them. Oh, that was busted. Got a big one.
One day we'll have a secret recipe.
I know. A harpoon. There we go. And are you up first, Lawrence?
Oh no, let's get one of these other guys, our guests.
Oscar?
Oscar.
Someone take the
All
drink.
right, come on.
All right.
It looks
There
delicious.
you go and tell me what you think about it.
All right, Josh. Come on here. Oh, that's delicious. You know, the chocolate is subtle in the background, not overwhelming. The ginger, you can just barely taste the little bite, and still the true Manhattanness comes through it all. Very, very nice. I like
Thank you. And so, yeah, that's the kind of principle. That's why we wanted to do this today, is because, I get a lot of questions on, like, what's the best way to make this drink? What's the perfect way? And, Jeff Burkhart, honestly, said it the best. There is no wrong way once you learn how to make it. It's just your flavor preference. And that's exactly what all these beautiful 11 bitters do for your cocktailing experience. It's not so much that it makes or breaks the cocktail, and it can't be used wrong. You'll just figure out the flavor profiles that go well together. And so, like, back in the day, I would have never thought chocolate and ginger would go together for a Manhattan. But, as long as you play with it right, it does. So we're going to make this again. Not too hard to follow along. All right. Start off with our 2 ounces Eagle Rye again. Eagle Rare. I think I said Eagle Rye, but it's Eagle Rare. Carpano Antica, 0.75. Okay, 3 ginger. 1, 2, 3. And 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't solve it. Oh, I didn't put my glass on chill. Sorry, someone gets a warm glass.
Say something about
I know, got something management.
Oh.
That's what happens when you're a retired bartender, right? Fucking losing my chops, man. Losing my chops.
That looks beautiful.
Bloop.
It is beautiful and delicious.
And garnish, Luxardo branded cherry.
That nice cherry, it's also nutritious.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like a salad.
It's like a meal.
Yeah.
Meal cup.
There we go. And we have another one. Chocolate Ginger Manhattan, King Floyd's edition. Now, who's that guy for? Lawrence, go and grab it. Go ahead and give your
Nothing
review.
better than a hot chocolate ginger martini.
Yeah.
A hot chocolate ginger martini.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the chocolate is so good in there. Wow.
Yeah. It's in the background, but it's prevalent in the background.
So what came first, the martini or the Manhattan? Probably.
I think the martini came first just because gin and vodka were around before bourbon.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I would assume. But
It makes good logical
I'm a
sense.
young, I can't beep, so I can't swear anymore, guys.
You can't.
I'm just gonna start censoring myself. It's whatever the beef you want to call it at the same time. But yeah, I would say like the gin martini came first because vodka came later as far as Western cocktailing went and European. I think it was gin first, then vodka, and then Western.
More like bourbons.
Yeah, like I mean, there's rum from the Caribbeans and stuff like that, like even the French Caribbean. And then I think bourbon's definitely in Kentucky, still, but I think there was whiskey still being produced before there was bourbon. That comes from Bourbon County, Kentucky. Yeah,
Ireland that was produced.
Exactly, that's what I mean. So
before Kentucky existed.
Yeah, because Manhattan only came around in Manhattan.
The roots of bourbon really go back to using corn instead of wheat, right? Mm-hmm. And when the Western expansion, they only had corn, and that's where it came.
Gotcha. We got anyone chatting too?
No. I don't even know if we're live.
You sound like you're live.
We're live, right?
Got people on there.
Okay, just making sure. I was like, you got me.
This is rehearsal, dude.
All right, so I'll make one for Luke now, a little less sweet. Because that is his preference.
More ginger for you.
All right. 2 ounces of your bourbon. And for Luke, who does not like the sugars, going to be doing a 1/2 ounce. Ginger 3. 1, 2, 3.
I'll give him one more.
Yeah, he does like the ginger a lot. Yeah. 4, 5, 6.
It really cuts through any sweet as well. Like a little more tang.
Yeah.
He loves.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good call, boy. Good call.
Yeah, those chocolate bitters
really nice. So nice.
I know. You don't
this
get
is
one.
not just a meal.
Right, Blue?
I think that's Django. My dog messes me right now. He's a very needy pit bull. And there you go, Luke. You got 2 seconds of ice. Oh, retirement suits me so well. There we go. It is a very beautiful color, though.
Yeah, it is. Apple cidery. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Translucent. It's like pouring moonstones. I've been in Fairfax too long. That's about names right there. And then harpoon. Harpoon. Uh-oh. Are we out? There we go. I think we need some more. Also, if you are using Luxardo, never throw away this syrup. It makes phenomenal cocktails. Just learn how to batch something. It's going to be delicious. There we go. Another one. That's going to be for Luke.
Thank you.
Go ahead and taste it. Give me your personal review. How do you like it?
Good. I just my tongue's kind of burnt out from.
Oh, I have been bitters tasting all day.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. This is like one of my favorite memories. Like making drinks with Luke is I think it wasn't a Manhattan. It was just another fancy bourbon cocktail, but it was like it had sweet vermouth. I think it was a Tipperary or something with like green chartreuse, bourbon and whatnot. And it just knocked it out, and I loved it. And then I give Luke a sample taste, and he's been tasting bitters all day long. And he's all, dude, that tastes like soap. And I was like, shit me, man. Like, of course there's no soap in there. I lost my mind. I was so proud of it.
Yeah, I'm a little burned, but I can taste the chocolate. Like just a little in the background.
You can taste anything after today?
Yeah, right?
Right?
That's
amazing.
Taking one? No, you're good. All right, one for the tender.
A lot of things to make aromatic.
There's a thing called tasting fatigue that Luke gets basically.
Yeah, Luke is. I lose my taste after fucking like 6 samples. He's doing this shit all day.
Yeah,
Like, is that cardamom orange?
you can only go so far before you gotta go. Okay, let's pick this up tomorrow. And when your taste buds
Sweet for
are.
me.
My tongue is tired.
0.75.
Mm-hmm. It gets that way. It's like after a while you're like,
It does.
what does that taste like?
All right, and 3 of the ginger. enjoy our ginger bitter.
Yeah.
Our bitter ginger.
Bitter ginger.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's gonna be on his business cards when we get him formed.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, Roy Stockton, the bitter ginger.
That's the happiest moment of my life today was hearing that.
Yeah, I really can't taste much of the chocolate. That's not when I had COVID, but you know.
Oh, that's right. You
Actually,
had
I
COVID.
did
And you're still a
realize-
taster after you lost your sense of taste?
Yeah. Good trip.
I was talking to someone today that got it back in November and still hasn't. Well, her friend still hasn't recovered from the potential loss of taste.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
6-8
a-
months later.
That one's brutal. That was like one of the worst
Yeah.
parts. It just
Yeah.
everything tastes like gray. It's like, what does that taste exactly?
There goes the
Right.
enjoyment of eating any meal or drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just do it for
Apparently-
sustenance now. You're like, I know I need to
Right.
eat.
Well, then you can start
Yeah.
having contests though.
But then it's just like chewing without any payoff.
Yeah, then you can enter all the
Yeah.
hot chili pepper.
Yeah, the weird food contests and stuff like that. Ugly food contests.
Right. Just destroy your insides, but be joyously unaware.
Yeah, exactly.
Taste
I did just realize we could have Oscar do some poetry.
And the room went silent.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Specific.
I like that a lot. That ginger stays on the very back. You get a sweet, subtle roll of the chocolate, and then just a solid sweet vermouth and rye or bourbon finish.
Yeah.
You get most of the bitters on the back of the palate, still
Yeah.
sweet coming through, and then you taste the rest of the cocktail. God, I'm not gonna lie, I might be biased, but I do love our products.
Yeah, right.
Well, and the ginger kind of rides on top.
Yeah, it
Oh,
just floats.
The chocolate bitters is really in the background. It's subtle,
It really is.
supporting cast member.
We make the ginger bitters as strong as we possibly can make them.
If you guys haven't tried our ginger bitters, I'm not gonna lie, shit's fire. I'm allergic to capsaicin, and I love our ginger bitters and our ginger syrup because I can have that, and it honestly puts some heat on you. I love working with both those. So I was like the happiest bartender ever when they came out with this. Yes, I'm stoked. Make every skinny drink on the planet with that with flavor. As a bartender, you're like skinny everything.
I mean, actually, could you give me a little cap of that ginger syrup in this?
You're gonna ruin that cocktail just because you
Yeah.
can't taste anything.
Exactly. I need some fire.
I want to feel something, man. I want to feel alive.
When you're out of the room, I told them to add more ginger.
Yeah, you got 6 dishes or dashes of ginger in yours.
Oh God, he's our taster.
Tastes up.
I love ginger Manhattans.
Yeah.
Should have just handed you the bottle of ginger syrup, honestly.
I really like it.
Also, just to let you guys know, happy 4th of July coming up to us. And, please party and drink responsibly. I know everyone's kind of pent up after everything's starting to reopen and whatnot. Just as an ex-bartender, just realize everyone gets arrested on that day. It is an amateur hour, so just drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. Get your shit home. Get it all together. Whatnot. But also, if you do want to enjoy some finer things in life on that holiday rather than crush Keystones, which, that's your preference. We are offering a 20% off sale store-wide. If you go to www.kingfloyds.com, no promo code this time, just 20% off any item you want for the entire month of July. Honestly, sit back, enjoy the cool air, watch the fireworks, have a great time, sip on something nice, be fantastic. And at the same time, just be responsible, honestly. I know this is going to be a shit show of a year once everyone starts going out to party. And also, if you're watching from California, please don't start fires. Like, this is going to really suck this year. Just keep it together a little bit,
That controlled burn that we had happen around here the other day, I was like, I want out. I was like, oh man, here we go again.
Oh, dude, yeah, we're just
I
like,
smelled it coming in.
yeah, we went outside, what was it, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a controlled burn going in the hills next to us, and none of us knew that was planned. So we're like, oh shit, it's already here.
Right. Oh,
Some
God.
people get really bad weather. We just get fires. So
Yeah, which turns into bad weather, right?
Yeah, creates its own weather.
I mean, honestly, last year was the craziest fire year I've ever seen. I mean, it's gotten worse and worse every year, but I've never seen like just the smoke create red skies for 3 days.
Yeah.
Like that, I felt like I was in total
There
recall.
was that one day that the sun refused.
Yeah, like I went to
It was
San
just
Francisco
this
and
dark
played.
orange.
And I played glow in the dark disc golf because that's how dark it was. But it was.
The streetlights stayed on.
Yeah, it was all
The
day.
light sensors
Yeah, it
didn't
was
enough light to be
crazy.
tripped.
Yeah, fucking 3:00 in the afternoon. You didn't need street lights to drive and shit. It was mind blowing.
Yeah.
And then Texas froze over. So some shit's happening. I'm just saying. I don't know if it's global warming or climate change or whatever political agenda it is.
Those things. It's
I
a
just know that
coincidence.
some shit's changing. We broke the planet a little bit, guys. We broke the planet a little bit. Wow, what's up, Dan? We got Hannah joining us, everybody. Luke's partner in crime. Can I make you a Manhattan lovely?
Yes, you can.
All right, get to make another one for you
I wish
guys.
everyone has enough when I pop into the room.
Right.
I know you haven't been into a bar for a long time, huh?
Nice.
Yeah, like a whole 24 hours.
All right, you get the 007 glass for reasons.
You already know Oscar.
There we go. Put your ass on ice again. All right, and then actually, we're gonna make one for Scott too. Do you have preference if you want chocolate and ginger or
Manhattan.
I'm trying to show people that honestly, just flavors make a difference.
Well, that's what I'll have. But
Chocolate ginger, okay.
Sure. That's
Hannah, you mind if I make yours different, or do you want the chocolate ginger?
Chocolate ginger.
Damn. All right, I'll make it two more.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would highly recommend.
So there we go. Once again, fill it with some ice.
How are you gonna make it different?
Just different bitters in general, like barrel age and cherry cacao or aromatic and orange, and there's a million different combinations on what you can play with. You can do actually, surprisingly enough, the cardamom and cherry cacao are pretty good together.
It's
Yeah, so it's just flavor profiles. You can literally build anything you want, and what's the worst thing that's going to happen? You're like, all right, I don't like this one. You don't do it again. That's it. You still drink the drink. Everyone does.
Of course.
Because you gotta have goals. All right, so making it again. There we go. Okay, bourbon, 2 ounces in the glass. Oh, his is not what I'm making you do. His has a cap full of ginger syrup in it because you can't taste
It's really
anything.
spicy.
And Chica, 0.75. Three dashes of our ginger bitters. 1, 2, 3. And 6 dashes of our chocolate bitters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They haven't been doing that for a while. He's pretty mellow.
They haven't been what?
Playing like that, like Django's been kind of down.
Yeah, Django's
physically
busted.
down.
He's gonna limp
he's
right
ready.
after this. Again, we just got him a bunch of anti-inflammatories and painkillers. So he's like, I'm good. And then right after, he's like, oh shit. No, I'm not. I'm not good.
Oh, poor guy.
Spirits there. The flesh is weak, man. All right. There you go. Very simple formula that showcases complexity and flavors and how you can change just an average drink by adding 2 small ingredients. So these are all great additions to your home bar, just depending on what you really want to make.
Yes. Thank you, Professor Josh.
Absolutely. All right. Go! Off the rails.
That's a party.
Yeah.
Django.
Harpoon.
What's he doing?
Not the time.
That's fucking your dog.
No, that's called love, you guys.
Love is love.
Dog is not
Love
yes.
is love.
it's more of a
Why is it not going in?
Doggy style.
Ah, I dropped the cherry in yours.
That's
There you go,
excessive.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're
All right,
talking
we got
excessive.
one for Scott coming up.
Yeah.
So if you're just tuning in, we're going to show you again.
All right.
All right. Where's my...
There you go.
Take it easy, bud.
How would you feel if someone came into your room and told you that?
Yeah, right.
He's just
You're
living his
trying
best
to
life,
Be
Lawrence.
happy.
Yeah, I know.
I don't see blue complaining.
And you
right?
know, hey, he's loving
Do you
it.
see the way it's dressed with that little harness he's got on?
It's really doing something.
Just so everybody out in TV land knows, there's 2 dogs that are playing in the background.
Yes. Playing with quotation finger marks on the sides of that word.
Cuddle. The cuddle.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I can't believe how big you got.
they make out all day.
2 ounces of your perfect.
Yeah,
0.75 and
That's what
Tika
they do for a
Kakana.
living.
That's
Could you imagine having that job? Yes, Josh, you could. I know, but
Been there and done that, okay, Lawrence? Been there and done that.
long.
And
That's
1,
good
2,
for
3 of our ginger, and make that ginger just a little bit, less pronounced. You're gonna double it up on the chocolate. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's a beautiful sound, isn't it?
It is.
Where are you?
We're gonna have to buy the big can of Luxardo.
I know, literally burned through
It's
these.
$100.
Oh no!
No price.
Saved it.
But I think it's enough Luxardo
Such a
cherries
tiny
to last. Not even close to a lifetime.
A week.
Yeah. They're huge. I'm sure, Josh, you've seen the big can of Luxardos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can never afford it though.
Yeah. They're like $99.99.
Really?
Yeah. They're $99. They're worth it.
$100 on cherries, and they're worth every fucking one. Beep. There you go. There
I am never going to live this
you
down.
go. I'm actually gonna take that off. It's gonna fall
Cheers.
out of the
Thank you.
glass.
These are my rules. All right.
Oh.
Oh, what a treat.
So yeah,
Hey,
go
Scott,
and go
give us-
and
give us-
taste
throw
it.
it
Give
back
me
a
your
little bit, see
review.
what you say.
It's nice. Very nice.
Thank
It's
you, Hamish.
delicious. It really is.
All right, now,
Taste the chocolate. Ginger.
no one look behind you. Because
Good
That's
Very
a
definitely.
whole
sort
other
of
level.
thing.
Whole other level.
Just look for my style.
He's just like his dad.
Right?
First this way, then that way, then this way, then that way.
Sorry, guys.
He's not sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Jacob, sit. Sit.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
doing everything.
Sit.
Yeah.
Hey, come.
You are.
Django's a
Sorry
very
about
well
that.
trained little
He's very well trained dog. He's just
Yes.
excited right now. And then, so yeah, we got anyone asking any questions or anything on the screen for chats or
No, I
whatnot?
said we're not actually online, so.
Oh yeah, there you go.
No.
We're gonna have to start over from the beginning.
Richard Isla says, yes, please. I missed the Josh.
Lots of different layers and then.
Thank you very much, my man.
Yeah.
I haven't even broken out the smoke tricks here yet because we want to make.
Right, yeah, your smoking Manhattan is infamous.
Yeah, we want to make them, where everyone can go. You don't want to go to, let alone make you go ingredient shopping over at Bevmo or something. Be like, all right, now you got to hit the hardware store.
Right. Go to the hardware store and get a
Block of cedar.
Applewood.
Oh, Applewood, that's what
That's
I meant.
my favorite. Applewood, and then if you can find planks of hickory, but you can't really. You only usually find that in chipped. But if you get it chipped and you chisel it down even more, you can put it on a block of applewood, torch it, and then put the glass over the hickory.
Oh, we got to do that. We
Yeah.
got to start getting.
What would we use on our repairs when you made your smoky delicious?
That was applewood plank.
Oh, right on. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was great.
That
And
came
then-
from McBeath. I mean, the ones that I have, whatever, came from McBeath Hardwood over in Berkeley,
Gotcha.
and they probably have hickory. I don't remember looking.
Yeah, I mean, like I've
Hickory
gone
dickory dock?
like because you can find like all these like the easier thing for everyone at home too is that if you do want to start smoking drinks and whatnot, get like a really hard piece of wood in general, and then just go buy some shavings from a smoking kit. Like that's these are all the woods you use to smoke your meats and whatnot. So I usually have little packets, and then you can literally just you want this smoke, you want that smoke, you want that. You just take it and chisel it off. Just shear it into little tiny things, and then you just torch that little pile of wood, and then you put the glass over it. You get the same exact effect.
So the glass is then trapping the essence of the smoke
Yeah, like if
on the inside of it, and that flavors the cocktail.
Yeah, like I mean, look, like you guys also want to do the big old torch and everything
Oh,
to
yeah.
like on the block, and that's all. It's cool.
It is
Because
cool.
everyone gets to watch
There's
the bartender
showmanship
break-
as well as
everyone gets to
flavor.
watch like a fucking giant torch come out and burn a piece of wood on the bar. But
Burning
like
Man!
honestly, you do it like with those little butane guys, and if
Yeah.
you just take like little hickory chips or something, just chop on the board, burn those real quick, and then just trap it. You get the same exact effect. So like that's what I do at my house.
We thought about doing a kit where you'd have like basically a piece of wood that slides out of another wooden box, and then pack all of that stuff in there. But it's like shipping the fuel itself,
Mhm.
folks.
Yeah, dangerous.
It's dangerous.
I mean,
also I don't think they even allow it like UPS and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I would be down with still just doing like the smoking kit without the torch.
Without the torch.
Yeah, some assembly required.
Right.
Just like because we're still in the works on working on a tonic kit, which has
right.
we were doing 6.
Yeah,
Right.
like six.
Yeah, 6 little
on that.
ingredients for your gin and tonics.
So close on
That's
the
the highlight.
damn close on the darn close on the.
See, he didn't censor himself. YouTube.
We're being close on the.
Oh darn, that's excessive.
I know it's excessive. I am so regretting.
I'm
everything.
gonna make. I am never.
I am
It's okay.
so
We're gonna
regretting.
become a $1 billion company, and I'm still gonna do this live feed. And I'm not gonna swear. I'm gonna make sure you remember why I don't share. Like every time. And if you somehow don't come to these live feeds anymore, I'm just gonna put my phone down and call you and leave you a message and tell you how I can't swear on television anymore. And all I can say is like shit, bitch, and possibly the fuck.
Right.
All the good ones are taken out. I have a repertoire.
No, God, I can only think of one other one.
And what's that, pray tell?
What are you talking about?
How many syllables?
You see?
How many
But,
words?
We do have a couple kits
Oh
coming out.
well, okay.
We're working on our tonic kit right now. That is going to have juniper, cardamom, rose petals, lime wheels, and there's two more.
Rose petal, lime, juniper,
Yeah. Oh, there's star anise.
star anise, whole cardamom pods,
Uh-huh.
stuff to make it. Oh, and then we have a
juniper
it's
berries.
It's a fun little purple flower.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
Peabody
stuff
or the pea
yeah.
butterfly flowers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, if you guys don't know, is how Empress is made. They infuse that purple through the pea butterfly flower. So yeah, that's gonna be like a really fun kit. We're gonna get
We were
great for
so
presents.
close on the bar,
And then the bar kit, yeah, we're
So
literally
finally-
waiting.
finally.
Like shipping is finally starting to get back to normal as far as industry goes. And with that, we have this beautiful bar kit. It's going to contain a King Floyd's engraved shaker, strainer, pint glass to go along with the shaker, a Japanese style jigger, which is not so much the bell like I got, but it's the tall 2 triangles basically. Really nice setup. And then it's going to come with a bar spoon muddler combo. So rather than having the fork on it, it's going to have a small muddler. So you can just kind of bring it everywhere. It's also going to include our barrel-aged aromatic bitters, which honestly, if you're a fan of aromatics, aka Angostura, the barrel-aged is just... Like, who barrel-ages bitters? Fucking we do.
That's right. The
Yeah.
king does.
We do.
King does.
Yeah, it's the best aromatic bitters that's ever
It-
made.
It
Not
really,
saying that, out of the.
we might be a little biased, but
You've
you know,
lived centuries.
contrary to
Centuries
popular
I've
belief,
lived.
before I
Yes, yes.
became head of sales for this company here, I was just their biggest fan. Honestly, I ran a bar local here for a long time, and hands down, this is the best bitters product I've ever used. If you guys are bartenders, go ahead and just shoot me an email, josh@kingfloyds.com, and I'll send you a sample pack just to show you what we're talking about. All right. So we got no questions on there?
Let me see. There's something. I have seen liquid smoke. Could you do a smoke bitters or a spray to bring the smoke out of the fire? I
Whoa,
love
that's
that
a great idea.
I didn't
Who's
hear
that
anything
from?
you just said.
Richard.
Smoke
Richard.
bitters.
Smoke
Loves the
bitters.
Oh yeah, liquid smoke.
And
Yeah.
Richard, we've got we mistakenly ordered a whole crap load of
A whole
2 ounce,
what?
a whole beef.
No, I mean,
load
I could see. Yeah, I could.
spray bottles, and we've been wondering what to do. They're too expensive to return. We should do a liquid smoke
Yeah,
in there.
I can see
Genius.
that.
Brilliant.
Damn
There's
good
a like
idea.
there, like very few
Richard.
bartenders even like know how to use like liquid smoke, and they always think it's just food, which because it is very powerful stuff in a cocktail.
Oh yeah.
So you only use a little bit, like you rinse the ice with it, kind of little bit,
Right.
just to get the flavor in there. And but yes,
love
as far as your
that.
That's
question,
a good
that's
distinction, right?
yeah,
there,
that's-
just rinsing the
Richard,
ice as
we
opposed
don't
to lining
No, we don't.
yeah, boy,
inside
that's
the
basically.
glass.
And so for everyone making martinis, rinse your ice. Don't add a half ounce of fucking dry vermouth. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Rinse your ice with the vermouth. It's an essence.
true. And it'll still be there. It just won't overwhelm.
Exactly.
Well, some people just take the bottle and then they move it over the top of the glass.
Yeah, they wait. Yeah, they wave it.
Yes.
Oh, like yeah, they
They
rinse
do
the
a little,
glass and stuff
blessing,
like that.
vermouth blessing over the top.
Yeah, but yeah, I can't stand it when I watch like a bartender just sit there and like dry vermouth.
Richard,
You're just like no, dude, no, I don't want it. Stop it. I don't want it anymore.
I'm going to lose my
Richard, we were waiting on someone like you to tell us what to do with these bottles. We got to do a liquid.
You have been told, my friend.
Honestly, I could see that. Like for me, it's always just been like torch. But at the same time, like not everyone has a torch set up in their house, so that does sound like actually a cool idea, man. Thanks for the heads up on that. Do you have a preference of what flavored smoke you would like?
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
Cherry,
Maybe.
apple, hickory. There's a lot.
All of the above.
Right.
Maybe a
Well,
blend.
Don't limit yourself.
Maybe a blend.
Yeah. Now, how to produce that is a whole nother lifetime.
Well, you burn it and you catch the soot.
It's soot.
Oh, so it's soot in the
It's
bottle?
just soot. We'll call it soot. How do you spell soot? SOOT.
Catch the soot. Throw in a bunch of liquor. Let
Hey,
it
since
set.
these two guys rolled
What's
in.
up there,
Hey,
Johnny? Welcome back, my friend.
Good to see you, bro. Yeah, of course.
And but yeah, I'll start looking into that honestly, because that is a really cool idea. Like I've never really even thought of that, so thank you for it. Because you know, like I said, I would love for people to learn about smoke
There are
tops. and-
there are probably a lot of bars that would feel uncomfortable actually pulling out the flame.
Yeah, and
For
exactly.
various reasons, where they could still have that.
Well, like,
option.
dude, there's like crazy contraptions after that. Like just to give you guys an image, I worked at a dive bar and brought high-end cocktails to the most rockin' dive bar ever.
Yes, you do.
And
Are you coming right back?
I would just whip out this
Okay,
giant apocalyptic
Come back.
blowtorch and a plank of wood. It's while the band's playing, everyone's having a great time because it was more of a theatrical event. But at the same time, you could do the same thing, like I was saying, with little tiny chips of wood and little tiny torch like that. So, yeah, there are places that will not let you do that. So adding something like that to the repertoire wouldn't be a bad idea, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
think
can
it's
see
a
that.
great idea and make it a little easier. But I just want to take the opportunity to shout out and toast to Luke, who's just doing a fucking fantastic.
Hey, hey, good job, Luke. But come on, this is a family establishment.
Just making the most beautiful.
Wait, what are you insinuating?
We've been making new batches of lots of different stuff lately, and he's just rocking.
Yeah, if you guys don't know who Luke is, can he just come back here?
Come on, Luke.
Come on, Luke.
Luke, the man who lost his sense of taste for the cause.
You can only come back here apparently if I ask you to. So, as our new favorite. This is Luke O'Neill. We've worked a long fucking time together, and honestly, he's doing a fucking. I'm not even fucking. This is one of those legendary cunts I've ever fucking worked with. Okay, I'm sorry, Lawrence. I can't describe it any other way. He makes everything in here. We all taste test it. He's our chemist, and honestly, we wouldn't be doing this without him.
And then he walks in.
Bravo, bravissimo.
You want to shout about it? All right, let's shout about it.
Exactly. Let's shout about it. Before Luke leaves,
Shout it out.
he comes in with little tastes of stuff. I'm like, damn, that's better than the last one.
It's really hard to keep
Pretty
the
much.
things on brand, because if you guys don't know, we are a small batch. We do make everything in smaller batches that
By
we
hand.
guarantee by hand. Finest ingredients you can source on the market today. And with doing it like that, though, you have to keep a sample of what the previous batch tasted like, or else the flavors will just evolve over time. And to a degree, they do. And with that being said, though, it's only kind of gotten better and better and better. And like I've been supporting this place. I was the first person to buy this shit, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, the product is just already so much different from when I first started. Love you too.
So
No
So
salute, my
Luke,
friend.
yeah, thank you, Luke. You're
Hey.
You the bomb.
Hey,
You the flavor bomb, Luke.
But yeah, so like, it is a beautiful art on keeping a retainer sample of what you previously made, or even the original flavor, and trying to replicate that every single time you make a batch, because you never know the ingredients you're going to get. You know, the quality. We always buy the best, but at the same time, it might be a bad year. There might have been a drought, etc. So the flavors are always changing, and so you're basically just trying to replicate a flavor over and over again. Like this isn't. There's not just a big vat of this chilling. We just like burn. This is all a lot of process goes into making into these, and yeah, honestly, you're doing a rock star job, man. You really are.
Thank you, Luke,
Yep.
for sure.
I can taste all
Well,
the effort that goes into
to
it.
elaborate on that a little bit, is that, every year things are different. Every individual ingredient, particularly in the aromatic, which Luke is working
Yeah,
on
there's
today.
like 9. We got 9 in there.
it's like 12.
12 now.
12 different ingredients.
Well, like 9 herbs though, right?
Yeah, like 9 herbs.
yeah.
We got cardamom, gentian, orange, elderberry, black walnuts, anise, star anise, ginger, and then
after that you got your maple.
molasses,
and
maple, and then H2O alcohol water mix.
Yeah. So
And-
it's a lot of balancing.
yeah.
Right. And
Honestly,
so from year to year, you might get cardamom that's tastes one way. You might get ginger that's not quite as strong or stronger. And you get whatever, and then you let it macerate or percolate it and different things. And, so it tastes slightly different. And then you put it together as best you can. And then you eat it and you go, see what other people think. And that's what Luke's been doing, and just making it taste freaking fantastic.
Yeah,
When I taste, because
yeah,
I
we had
tasted
the
the
conundrum
finish.
today, and I didn't want to tell him what to do. I was like, I understand you only got this much more room to play with because there were small
Yeah,
batches.
I had like 3 gallons left to play with.
Yeah,
after,
it was like,
doing the
what
whole
is it
batch.
missing?
You're right,
What is
it?
this?
It's full.
Like,
What
to make
else
a
could we do?
to make a flavor change, you got to add so much, and so you're like, all right, we got like one chance really,
Yeah.
and we actually nailed it. This new batch of aromatic is divine, as literally it's always been, but there is pressure that comes with that. You know, there's a responsibility with it.
Yeah, so you screwed up with 30 gallons.
Yeah, you're like, so are we gonna get rid of this?
Which is like months and
Yeah.
months of macerating
Well,
product.
yeah, this is a long-term game, not as long as bourbon and whatnot, but at the same time, just managing flavors is quite the predicament to be in. Fortunately, Luke loves doing it
This is true.
because he has more patience than I do when it comes to it. I'm like, that's not what I want it to taste like, and then he comes back and he's like, how about that? No, I'm like, yes. That's how this relationship works. All right, so make it one more time for some of our new guests that just walked in.
I'm down to try this.
Oh, that's right.
It's been a while since
You
I've
got
had
2
God's
ounces of
grape.
bourbon, 0.75 Antica, the best.
Oh yes.
Johnny's fan.
Mhm. And then we're doing 3 of our King Floyd's ginger and
That's a good
6.
twist.
Oh yeah, we're making a chocolate ginger Manhattan today.
That's what we're having.
You came in really late, guys. He just thought he was gonna get a drink right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah,
6.
Coming for last call, brother.
Yeah, no, basically today's episode is kind of just showing them how bitters actually just affect the flavor profile of a drink. And Manhattan, if beautifully made, tastes great. However, it's also one of the simplest drinks on the market that, you know, some bartenders say, you could totally fuck it up. Honestly, don't shake this. I'm just going to say it. Just don't stir it. Please stir it. That's it. But honestly, it's just, sweet vermouth, bourbon of your choice, which has its flavor profiles in its own. And then whatever you want to add to it on the bitter regime, basically. And traditionally, it's like a Reagan's orange and a Angostura aromatic. And that's it. That's usually what people only use. But at the same time, just switching up some flavor profiles, this is what you're going to get. And so if you're going to drink this, and you're going to give a review. That's what comes with a free drink.
This ain't your grandpa's Manhattan,
An
okay?
honest review. I've been in lockdown for a year and a half. All I've been doing is drinking out of the bottle at home.
That's why I can't bartend anymore. I'm like, people been drinking triples for like a year and a half. They were bitching to pay $10 like 2 years ago. Now bars are going to open up. Prices go to $15. They're like, is there any liquor in there?
Well, yeah, it's a shot of tequila.
Make it tall. Can I get less ice?
Try to get more booze, less ice.
Yep. All right. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Liquid gold.
Yeah.
No wonder you're the chemist.
Turns out Luke likes measuring shit.
Josh was not flushing the carpet.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny. Here you go.
Thank you.
That is a King Floyd's chocolate ginger man.
All right. Look at that. First sip is to wash out that pipette of straight bitters I just tasted.
Oh, God damn it, Luke.
You
You
ruined
were
things
ruining
again.
my tasting. Just for everyone that didn't see that,
Give me a
Luke just
couple-
gave him a dropper of the new aromatic blend. So
Luke,
yeah,
we
his
all
pal-
take back
his
all the
palate
nice
is
things
fried
we
from
just said about you.
nothing but bitters.
Give me a couple sips.
Yep, no problem. I can keep talking while your flavor comes back. Yeah, because aromatic is hands down the strongest bitters we make.
Yeah.
And also taking the opportunity. If you guys haven't sampled our stuff, I really haven't found a bitters on the market that is this potent. I would say as far as quality wise, we're more so the bitters truth route, but even they will fall behind us as far as potency. And I remember when Lawrence first started this company. When they first started, they also made it in bottles this big. Okay. And I was stoked as a bartender because I go through bitters. And so I was like, yes, magnums. But at the same time, that's a lot of bitters for people to use in their home. So we have these now. And at the same time, though, this little bottle will last you quite a long time. And that's because, we are a new company. And with that, you're getting absolute quality. We do not cut corners. We care about this. And, we're not put in every Bevmo. We're not put in every little shop that needs to be free-filled or anything. With that, you have consistency, control over the ingredient, and nothing but pure potent flavor extracts. And that's why I personally love this when it first came out, is because they actually listened to a bartender. And like, not knocking the Godfather. Angostura is Angostura. But at the same time, I have to 11 shakes to get that flavor profile. To where if you're using aromatic, you just need 2 to 3. It's really easy to drown and drink with this product. This footprint of it is a very long time. So, you can always add more. You can't take out. So when you try this stuff, honestly, experiment, have fun, but at the same time, don't drown and drink right up front. You can always add more. All right. And another great opportunity to plug www.kingfloyds.com. 4th of July, 20% off sale.
Yeah.
No promo code needed whatsoever. That's going to be everything we have. Everything from our peanuts, our hand sanitizers, our syrups, gift packs, 11 bitters free to choose from. Honestly, guys, just enjoy the 4th and please drink responsibly. That's all I can say about that because jails are looking for you. Now, honest opinion on that.
I like it. Ginger, for me, it's not my particular jam. I'm real sensitive to it. I like the flavor. It's a very full body.
Censor this out.
And I do.
Yeah, we'll snip this at the end.
Not normally,
Okay,
not normally a ginger guy, but I like it.
Yeah, and
The fact I've been sipping it consistently while you've been talking.
yeah, because
Right there.
that was the idea when coming up with it. It was just that I want that like bite from ginger, but not the flavor profile. So that's why it's 3 to 6 on the ginger versus chocolate. Is because you want that initial.
That's the chocolate that I'm feeling that.
Yeah.
Or not feeling it. That's what I'm tasting. It's got a fullness in a way that a regular Manhattan not used to.
Yeah, definitely. Like for me personally, it had like that ginger bite, a very nice chocolate feeling, and rolls down the smoothness of the sweet or a sweet vermouth, and then you get that bourbon finish. And so it's kind of like a 1, 2, 3, 4 stage process as far as flavors go every time. Like I'm not gonna lie, I want Rico to come in here. Rico, if you're watching,
He is watching.
ah, yeah, he is.
Rico, get down here.
Rico,
Let's see.
as your ex-bartender, I personally invite you to come join me over at King Floyd's headquarters because I would really like to make you some of the drinks we're making nowadays, my man. If no one knows Rico, please go on Facebook and friend him because he's one of the sexiest people I've ever met in my entire life. And with that being said, does anyone want one more before we one more?
Sure, Josh.
All
Come
right,
on.
go
I don't
ahead.
want your
line 'em
talents
up.
to go to waste here, for God's
No
sake.
worries, because then we're
Yeah,
gonna call it quits.
two.
So we got 3 total. Give me glassware.
Me.
All right.
4.
4.
All right. So
Well, now
who's
you're
this?
talking.
This is yours, Hannah?
No.
Then who's this? Yours, Luke?
Yep.
All right. So we got Luke. We got Lawrence.
Oscar.
Scott.
No, Oscar.
What was that?
That one with just
Oscar!
chocolate bitters in it.
Scott.
Well, yeah, I can make you another one too. I didn't realize you're not a ginger fan too.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like I said,
I'll
you'll
make you
notice
one.
there's not much left in
Yeah,
this glass.
I'll make you one with cherry cacao and orange.
Or maybe just try with the chocolate.
Just chocolate, and you're gonna get the chocolate flavor if that's what you want. I can do it though.
I'm just curious to see what it's like on its own.
Yeah, it's gonna
Like
taste
an
like that,
experiment.
minus that bite, minus the ginger bite. All right. So this was your glass right here. So we got Hannah, we got Luke, we got Lawrence, we got Oscar. Okay. So let's get all these glasses on chill.
It's a perfect Manhattan for people who don't like Manhattans because they're too sweet. Like
Well-
this kind of just hits right in the middle. So
Well,
it's
perfect Manhattan has dry vermouth though.
Bartender joke.
Yeah, sorry.
I get it.
Ah,
You
no, but sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh,
Continue.
I was just saying for people that don't like the super sweet version or the super
Mhm.
sweet aspect of a Manhattan, this is perfect because it does have that bite of ginger, but a little bit of that chocolate and the orange in there too. So it's kind of a good happy medium.
There we go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Bravo.
All right, so we got a couple to make. So I'm gonna make 2 at a time.
Double down, buddy.
There we go. All right, so 2 ounces once again of your bourbon of choice. 1.
What bourbon is that you're
This
using?
is Eagle Rare.
It's a very good mid-range bourbon, I think.
Sorry, Eagle.
It's a
Top
good,
notch.
Good
bourbon.
bourbon to bury in a Manhattan.
You know, this is one of the distilleries we're going to be working with in the next 3 weeks, right?
Thanks, Lawrence.
He doesn't know what he's talking about, guys. You guys have the best bourbon ever. We picked this out because of your price point number one.
No,
And the
I mean,
quality.
that's what I meant. The price point. The quality is through the roof.
Oh, what you get done?
I'm just busting balls. All right. 0.75.
That's what my kind of bourbon.
Your
Top
sweet
notch quality,
vermouth.
mid-range price.
If you want it
I like
sweeter,
that.
go ahead and do the full
What do you
ounce.
want?
Just not my
I
personal
took like
preference.
10 minutes to decide on.
Okay, that is going to be 3
Like 9 minutes
dashes
already.
King Floyd's ginger. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's gonna be 6 dashes of the chocolate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And stir. Don't touch me there.
Say what?
What?
Oh, really?
Boop, boop.
How's the no swearing going?
It's I said the C word once so far.
Oh,
All right.
Oh, cool.
And here we go.
Double pour. You have to have nav skills to do this so smoothly.
Not really. Just a straight,
Roll
just a
with it.
strainer.
You know, and I know the truth, but just roll with it.
The illusions of bartending.
Exactly. Smoke and mirrors.
All right. There we go with Lawrence. There we go with Oscar.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Did we get a cherry or are they all out? Or
Where's your garnish stick?
I
lost it.
right
But
here.
here, no, that's mine. That's
There
mine.
you go.
I'm prepared.
Okay.
I would love one. Thank
Where's yours,
you.
Lawrence?
Where's your
Actually
harpoon,
stole
Lawrence?
Mine, but
Well,
whatever.
this was mine next to my glass.
I would call it
but okay.
stealing, but you know.
Yeah,
It's still yours. I'm just using
Did
it.
you already
Yeah.
mix them and stuff for the next two?
No.
I think we're just gonna split one. If you don't mind.
Well, come here, little
About
baby.
half of one.
Thank you.
Harpoon. Best part of the job right there. Besides picking mint, of course. There you go, Lawrence.
Thank you. Oh, lovely.
I
I love these.
All right,
sticks.
so we
We gotta
got-
get these in it.
Yours is just chocolate, and your guys is. Can you taste anything now, Luke? Or
What were you talking about when I said just chocolate? You were saying the cherry, cacao, and orange? Is that
Yeah,
what you
like-
suggested?
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
let me give you a
because it's just
suggestion
chocolate.
instead.
You'll taste the chocolate. It'll be a chocolate Manhattan, which, like, honestly, that's not a bad choice at all. Like, there's plenty of people that have a black Manhattan with chocolate on the menu, which is a little bit of Morrow as well. But I'm not gonna lie, as far as pairing things, which is what we're trying to do, like, because this cocktail is 2 ingredients essentially.
Right.
It's sweet vermouth and bourbon, and then the flavor profiles you're bringing are the bitter context that you throw into
And
it.
you're thinking maybe cherry, cacao, and orange?
Oh, I know every combination that you could possibly know to man with every bitter on this rack right here. So I would say, yeah, cherry, cacao, orange. You're gonna get some citrus notes on that with the nice chocolate routine with a sweet cherry on top of
I'll go with that.
it. Okay, it pairs nicely with the Luxardo as well. All right,
Awesome.
one more time.
Uno más tiempo, por favor.
All right. So, just to show you guys again, like all you're doing right now is adding a flavor extract to one of the simplest drinks you can possibly make. I'm going to make one more of the chocolate ginger for Luke and his
Rico
beautiful
says he'll
vodka
bring
Hannah.
cigars, by the way.
Damn right, you're brilliant. Oh, sorry,
Yeah, let's
I
do
can't.
it.
I can't be angry
Yeah.
Josh anymore. Because Lawrence said so. So
That's
thank
it.
you
Ain't
so
changed
very
nothing.
much, Rico, for your generous offer. We graciously accept and would be privileged if you would join us in our brand new tasting room. I shall see you then, my friend. All right.
Where does Rico live?
I don't know. Are you still in Santa Fe, Rico?
What? Is that close?
Yeah, no, he's a local boy. Yeah, he's a local boy.
Like in
All right, so
Phoenix.
but to go back to it real quick, I'm gonna make the chocolate ginger for Hannah and Luke right here, and then Johnny is interested in trying another flavor combination, which he wanted just to do chocolate. Which yes, it's gonna taste like a chocolate Manhattan, but recommended just pairing it with something else. We do have a cherry cacao, which is gonna be the harsh cocoa flavors mixed with the sweet cherry, as well as with cherry cacao with the orange. So you get the bitter orange, the sweetness out of that, compared with the cherry. It's going to work really nice with the Luxardo cherry as well as a Manhattan. So we're going to hear the review on that as well. Okay, so to start it off, once again, 2 ounces of your bourbon per drink. I just love hearing this. Sorry.
Sign of happiness right there.
And then we got sweet vermouth, 0.75 across the board. All right, now for Luke and Hannah, which are going to be splitting one, same thing, 3 of our ginger bitters and 6 of our King Floyd's chocolate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now for Johnny's. Where is my cherry? Oh, actually, got to open a new bottle. Oh, look at this. There's a brand new rack right here. It's crazy.
Convenient.
Perfect.
All right. Okay, and for something like this, honestly, cherry cacao is going to be the sweeter of the 2 bitters. Always recommend tasting them before you have your cocktail. And so, complexity of the drink right now, you got sweet vermouth and bourbon. So it depends on what kind of flavor you want to showcase. With this, orange bitters are very nice, but I can tell you this is made especially because it's made from a bitter orange, which it's only made for its bitterness. You don't actually eat this orange. So we're a big fan of this, but it does ring through. So I'm kind of doing a similar mixture of what I did with this. I'm going to go 3 dashes orange on this and 4 dashes the cherry cacao, just up the sweetness a little bit so it's not muted. So 3 of our orange right here. 1, 2, 3. And 4 the cherry cacao. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there we go. Just for good measure because it came out a little slow.
Rico says he can make it to Nevada.
That he can. You are more than welcome anytime you want, Rico. All right. In the 007, we have a chocolate ginger.
Do that a few more times, Johnny.
It's not going to work, Johnny. It's not going to work. It's top heavy.
Not my fault. It's a top heavy.
What?
And for
cherry
Johnny,
spears.
we have the cherry cacao and orange. So he's the only one here that has sampled both styles of Manhattans. He did say he's not the biggest fan of a ginger, but Roy, I'm sorry you're not here. But in all honesty, I'll show you. Even not being a fan of a ginger cocktail or flavor profile, that's the much he drank. So he's leaving that little extra bit. I'm happy with that as a bartender. And this is going to be his new drink, which is blended with the cherry cacao and the orange.
Oh, look at that clarity. So what's the difference in
The difference mostly in well, you have cherry cacao. That's the dark bitters that are in there right now. Orange is it's just what you make it out of. So like ginger is a murky.
Yeah.
Like if you
Has a murky
chopped
soul.
up, yeah, if you chopped up a bunch of ginger and put it in some water or something, it's going to be a little bit murkier on the essence. And then chocolate, yeah,
Right.
yeah. And so that's why. So just to show you what the difference,
That's the cloudiness.
like just on looks, what bitters can do to a drink.
And
Okay,
they're both beautiful. in different
ginger
ways.
chocolate, cherry cacao, and orange. I don't know if that camera's picking
Yeah,
that up.
pick it up.
It did? All right, sweet. But that's just a little bitters. That's all, you know.
I think lately we've been letting the cacao nibs macerate for at least 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months minimum now.
2 months at least.
Takes
a while.
Nice and buttery.
And to be clear, the only reason there's any of my previous cocktail left is that I knew I was having another, and I will be driving tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
Otherwise, that thing would be gone.
Thank you, guys. All right, so here we go. That's for Johnny right there, and this is for Hannah and Luke.
Thank you.
Oh, this is off the rails.
All right, and so yeah, give me an honest review on that. What the changes of the cocktail?
This is a lot more my jam.
Right, and like, so what are you feeling like tasting wise?
Tasting wise, I'm getting the bourbon. I'm getting the flavor of this bourbon a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
For me, and I don't know how it is for other people. The ginger and the bourbon, I was getting a lot of ginger.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. And a lot of that was also, once again, for me, mouthfeel. I'm sensitive in mouthfeel to ginger when I'm strong.
Just say mouthfeel one more time on live television, please.
But say it sensuously, Johnny.
And
Say
but like
sensuously.
you guys don't realize he's staring
Mouthfeel.
right into my deepest pockets of my
There you
soul.
go.
right now.
How do you want to hear
And I'll
Okay,
talk
that's
about
more than I wanted,
mouthfeel with
actually.
Johnny all
All right,
night. Sorry.
Johnny's the only one.
Old school
here.
Perry's coming out. Sorry. We're PG company now. I have not sworn, and that is not a sexual reference.
Not at all.
Not today.
I'm really,
Incorrect on both counts.
I'm really getting the flavor of this bourbon through here, and I'm liking that.
Yeah, they are lighter flavors compared to like those guys being. They are a heavier hit. That's why they're just like little tiny flicks.
I'm catching what you're saying about the bitterness of the bitter orange, but it's not like it's not like I'm tasting bitter. It's that I'm not saying it very well. It's like the flavor of bitter orange, but not the bitter sensation.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, like the bitterness in bitters honestly only goes to kind of match the alcohol you're blending it with. Like if you taste like honestly, people that can try bitters, it's not the funnest experience when you've never done it before. You're like, what the fuck did I just eat? Because it's very, very concentrated. What the beep? But at the same time, so you're trying to match the harshness of a drink with the flavor essence. And so like that's why I like to showcase these styles of bitters in Manhattans. And that's because you literally have a harsh bourbon. Like, I'm not saying bourbon's harsh or anything, but at the same time, it does come with a heat element. It's like,
It has more fire.
Yeah, it has some fire. And so the sweet vermouth alone will knock that out. However, the bitter sensation from bitters usually goes right in with the bourbon. And what you're left with is that subtle flick of flavor.
And this is not a terribly, or maybe it's because I just had a strongly flavored drink before this. This isn't coming off as a sweet Manhattan.
Yeah, no, and that's what I mean. Like I use
It's
less.
balanced, but
Yeah, I
it's
use less vermouth than like traditional recipes call because I just feel like it's too sweet.
Yeah.
And then like I want just the flavor notes to ring out on what you're putting in. And with that, you can and sugar in general or sweeteners to a cocktail usually muddy up a lot of other flavors because sugar is a very powerful flavor.
It'll bring out flavors up to a certain point, and then it overwhelms. It.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like if
It's a
anyone's
delicate
worked with
balance.
like Italicus, that is like
Which you're the only person I've ever known to actually ever work with that.
Jesse Blue. Shout out to you. But yeah, Italicus it's an Italian liqueur that is just. It is such a beautiful, beautiful product. It is so hard to use though.
Why?
Because it's so easy to overpower a drink. And then once you overpower it, it literally kind of has like this soapy flavor. It's not good.
No.
But like honestly, you smell it by itself, you taste it by itself, and it's a beautiful product. And so like when I first started working, I was like, yeah, I want bottles of that. That's amazing. And I was making cocktails. I'm like, what is this? What am I doing wrong? It was because I was used to like the traditional liqueur pours of like 0.5, 0.75. And so like literally Italicus is kind of like a green chartreuse to a degree as far as the flavor balance. A little bit goes a long way, much like our bitters. And so you only need like a quarter ounce in a couple styles. And like it's really easy to bruise too, kind of like botanical gin. So you just got to treat it well, treat it nicely, and only use a little bit. And then it shines through like fucking pure honey. It's an amazing product. But it usually sits on bar shelves because like no one ever like
No one knows what it is.
Yeah,
I never knew what it was until you just
I
described
remember
it.
going to. We did a
the
contest.
yeah, dude, this product
And Josh
right
was like,
here.
Look at a bottle of Italicus. I was like, a bottle of what?
Yeah, this
And
right here.
searched
They have
all
you metal
over,
Yeah,
band.
the grapefruit
and finally
rosemary
found one.
contest, the bitter brawl. We got people's choice because I cheated.
Right.
I cheated.
Oh yeah, because you stirred instead of
No,
sugar.
no, I
shook
yeah.
instead of sugar.
I want no. You want
Well,
tell
people's
this?
choice is the better one to have.
I know. I want you to tell this story all the way through though.
Well, what happened was the bitter brawl. We were up against the great bitter companies, and what? Okay.
Yeah, come on for the camera. So this was a competition. Where was this?
It was a competition held at Young and Yonder, one
Our
of our
good friends,
fantastic
yep.
customers and friends. And
Right,
partners.
describe who they are briefly.
They make great spirits. They make probably my favorite gin. They make
I was stoked on that.
they just came out with some whiskey. They just released their whiskeys, I think, in the last
So an
several
excellent
months.
local distillery.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent local distillery in
Healdsburg, beautiful
Healdsburg.
place.
Absolutely gorgeous. So, anyways, they had the bitter brawl there, and we were up against a few other bitters companies, and Josh was like, "Go get a bottle of Italicus." So I drove all over Marin looking for Italicus, and I think I
I
was the
want to
found
pause real quick.
it. Okay.
They called me 2 days before the competition was going
Oh,
to
of
happen.
course, yeah.
They called me while I was working 2 days before this competition. It was like, Josh, our bartender didn't show up. Can you do it? I was like, Yes, got to make an original cocktail for grapefruit and or grapefruit style bitters. And yeah.
Oh, right.
I was
Oh, you mean the moment you had to come up with an original cocktail?
Dude, like
So
literally 2
we-
days before the thing. I never
Yeah.
got sent the rules or
Well,
anything.
we were leading the competition all the way through, right up to the end, and then basically, I could see the judges out there going, you know what, they can't take every single prize home. We've got to. I could see what they were saying. I was reading their lips, and they're like, okay, how are we going to knock this King Floyd's down out of this competition, at least in one of the categories?
Right, so it doesn't look rigged.
And yeah, it doesn't look rigged, and so they came up with, well, he shook it, he didn't stir it. So they
Wow.
knocked off enough points to get somebody
Yeah.
else into the overall best cocktail category. But we did win People's Choice as far as the
That sounds
best
like a
bitters.
technicality.
Well,
Yeah,
and
it's
the thing
like,
was, I did look at the rules afterwards. And yes, they did say a stirred cocktail featuring grapefruit.
So
Yeah,
Josh,
I never got the rules. So I made this crazy grapefruit Italicus sour with egg whites and everything.
Oh, okay.
for
So,
us, and Josh, for us appreciators of drinking cocktails who don't make them so much but want to learn more about making them, how does that change the flavor profile of a cocktail being either stirred or versus shaken? Because I know you seem to be a huge fan of stirring, and it
Tonight.
was
Yeah,
a
it depends.
sin for you to
Well,
shake
I'm a
a
fan of
Manhattan.
stirring and shaking, but stirring and shaking both are styles of just dilution in general.
Okay.
If you shake something, no, you basically shatter the ice and everything. You add a lot more water a lot quicker.
Oh, right, because the friction is actually
so
melting
like
the ice
with
down. Yeah.
Manhattans and martinis, like I'm not a fan of shaking martinis. You can do it, but some people like to say extra cold, which doesn't make any sense. But at the same time, if they want the ice chips in their drink, they want the ice chips. But like with a Manhattan, it's a very beautiful, simple, elegant design, and so you don't want to water it up too much
Right.
because it already has all the beautiful characters and the notes that you're trying to hit. And if you shake up a Manhattan, then you're just like, okay, chances are it's gonna not taste all the
It's
way.
going to taste a little watery.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
gonna water itself down, and you're not gonna get all those notes.
So then I have one more question for you,
Mhm.
just to beat the life out of this one topic. So on that particular day with that particular cocktail that you made, why did you choose to shake it as opposed to stir it?
because there was egg whites involved.
Oh,
Yeah, and egg whites require a dry shake. For those of you who don't know what a dry shake is, it's a shaker with no ice in it. Only used with egg whites, basically. So you don't water down the egg whites. You just beat the shit out of it, going back and forth for like literally 45 seconds until it's like thick. It does make a beautiful end
does it have
result.
creaminess?
It turns into like a drink of just like pure, everything on the rocks. Just
The
that
mouth
watered down-
feel is amazing.
It's it turns into a velvet.
Nice.
Gliding across your tongue. And it changes the consistency of the drink, and plus it gives you a nice solid foam top. Very good for garnishing, decorations, etc. You can basically turn yourself into a barista, bartender, drum designs in the fall and whatnot. So as far as that drink, it was shaken because you got to beat the egg whites
Sure.
up, and then
Makes
you
perfect
add
sense.
ice, and then you add all the ingredients, and you do a wet shake real quick, and then you pour. I was never emailed the rules.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a 2-day advance, and I think the only thing we got wrong in there was that like our other bartender couldn't make it. Oh, well, maybe that was true.
Yeah, no. The other
Okay,
bartender
okay.
couldn't make it.
Okay,
You shall
we
be
didn't just
nameless.
call you. Okay.
No,
Oh yeah, and
right.
he's a
Was
fan.
it-
I remember him.
Yeah,
I
I
know
remember
him.
it too. I was pissed. I wasn't your first choice. No, I was
You were
your
our
second
first
choice,
choice.
and I came through.
Oh yeah,
you did.
exactly.
Up to a
Exactly.
point.
It's like
Up to a point.
Just kidding.
it's like Jose Canseco when he started with. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I made that up. I don't know.
Are you saying that Josh was on steroids?
Always.
That explains.
Cheers.
All right. So thank you for the beautiful story after that. So that's how he won the bitters
Yeah,
ball.
I got a little teary-eyed at
That's
the
how
end
we
there.
won that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so but at the same time, I think we're about calling it on the hour, right?
Oh yeah, we're over.
We're over that.
We're in overtime?
So I just want to say thank you for
Are we
everyone that
getting
paid
paid extra?
attention. Rico, would love to have you up in the building.
Yeah.
Let's
I
see.
want to meet
There's-
Rico. I don't know if I've ever met him.
You definitely met him at Perry's.
Is it
Yeah.
Rico Suave?
Yes, he is suave.
All right. that's what I thought.
But
On the way
so a couple things that we do have cooking right now is I believe the 9th of July we are going to be doing a double header as far as streaming with JJ Pfister. Beautiful distillery, love their products. Very, very well-known history throughout the Bay Area. If you haven't heard of them, please check them out.
July 2nd, we got Darren in here.
Yeah, July 2nd, we got Darren
July.
Nelson, free 4th of July little show.
Oh, that's
if
cool.
you like hippie good rock and roll. Love you, Darren. Yeah, we're gonna be doing one with Griffo coming up. We haven't anchored down a date for that yet, but yeah, we're working with a lot of distilleries coming up, so stay tuned. And then also, don't forget to go to www.kingfloyds.com and don't enter a promo code this time because literally everything you see behind me is 20% off right now. So just drink responsibly, have a fun time, and enjoy your 4th of July, guys. All right?
Yeah.
King Floyd's out, and I'll see you next Friday, 5 o'clock PST. Thanks for tuning in. And has Lawrence got it?